I played against one of the biggest smashers I've ever played, Hungary's #1 in Budapest. I also did a paddle cognitive speed assessment which was needed for the quick pace of this match. When you think about Hungary, you don't usually think about paddle. You think about spas, history, culture, but hidden around Budapest, there's a growing paddle scene. But first I met up with Mind Metrix Labs at a paddle club in the east of Budapest. These guys reached out after my recent video with Adrian Torres where I talked about how I'm sometimes slow making decisions on the court because of nerves. When you step on the court with them, they map your brain. Every athlete has blind spots in their processing, and these guys have designed a series of exercises to make sure your brain can make quick decisions in the chaotic sport of paddle. It was pretty interesting. Some of these exercises I was decent at, some of them I was terrible at. For example, I was quite good at responding to do the opposite tasks, red signals that tell you to make an opposite movement. But with green signals, I had a bit of a hesitation gap, and that's something that I need to address if I want to get quicker on court. So I'm going to be working with these guys for the coming weeks, and you can follow my progress on this channel. After that, I headed over to the club, which is a place just on the outskirts of Budapest. One of the most luxurious paddle clubs I've ever been to, with an insanely good restaurant, and the prices weren't too bad either. I was playing against Oliver Geresi, who is now the #1 in Hungary.
Hi, my name is Oliver Geresi. I'm from Hungary. Currently, I'm #1 on the Hungarian ranking. I've been playing paddle for 3 years now. I would like to start playing FIPS, maybe break into the top 300.
And I partnered up with Thomas against Emiliano and Oliver.
I'm from Argentina. I'm a paddle coach.
My name is Tomy. I'm 21 years old and I studied paddle 4 years ago. I'm a paddle coach as well now. I was in the national team in Hungary. Now my goal is this year to get back to the national team.
What's up guys? A lot of you have been asking me about training in Spain. Well, this summer is your chance to train with some of the best coaches in the world, and I'm going to be there too. We're going to run a Paddleactico Vest training experience again. It's going to be even bigger and better than last time. So make sure you follow me on Instagram for updates on that. Obviously, I will be also trying to answer all the DMs. And yeah, we're going to be opening for signups next week, and you don't want to miss it. So hopefully see you there. So first, a word about the courts. These are some of the nicest courts I've ever played on. They were pretty slow when you wanted them to be, but then if you hit the smash, the ball did fly. And these Hungarian players love to smash, and in fact, Oliver had one of the biggest smashes I'd ever played against. And because I knew how Thomas was playing, I thought that it was important for me to play quite consistent, play a lot of lobs, and create openings so that he could smash and finish the point.
Both net.
And early on in their first service game, we had this crazy point, a lot of transitions between the net, and a lot of lobs from myself and Emiliano.
You. Both net. Both. Both. Both up. Both. You. Both. You. What's that?
So Ollie running across with the leaping smash there to take that game. And I knew that this was going to be quite a difficult one because the courts were playing quite slow in defense. So it gave you a lot of time. It was just the lobs that you had to be careful about.
You. Boys back. Coming. You.
But I was really impressed by Tomy. Look at what he's got in his locker. Lovely little pop out. Woo. And he had a big wingspan covering a lot of the court, so I just focused on winning my battles, and when the time was right at the net, finishing to make sure that we kept the pressure on. One thing I sometimes struggle is being creative in defense, trying to play lobs, but waiting for the right moment, because sometimes you play a lob at the wrong time and they just smash it out of the court. But equally, you've got to try stuff at this level, because otherwise you're never going to have a chance of breaking. So it's that line between being creative, trying things in defense, but not making too many mistakes or giving them too many easy balls. And what I need to work on in attack is making sure my volley is crisp and at a good length, to where we get easy finishes like that, but also where we keep the pressure on at the net and the quality of their lobs stays very low. And one nice thing about playing with smashers like this is you can usually just run forward whenever that lob is short.
You, one in. You. Dos. No! Sorry. One in. It's
That's what I'm saying, these are almost like perfect conditions, because you do want the ball to be quite slow in defense, but then when you smash, the walls are super reactive. So you get a really nice style of play, I think, on these courts.
You, both coming net. Dos. One in. You, dos. Dos.
Emi playing on the right was obviously a lefty, which made him tricky, but he was also very mobile and extremely good in defense. So it was a nice mix because he was able to recover balls that maybe Oliver wouldn't, and Ollie was able to finish points with that big smash and aggressive net play. So I think they made quite a good partnership for this match. Tomy steps into the net nicely, and I play a really good Chiquita into that fence. I used a little bit of slice just to control that one into the fence, and we're now 30 all, looking to maybe get a chance to break serve.
Both net. You.
And this is when I start to grind, just from defense, trying to get a racket on it, trying to make lobs when I can. This lob is way too short, but I do block, but it flies just long. Unlucky there. The next smash hits the sidewall and we get a chance to transition into the net. I play that volley into the sidewall, start to put the pressure on Emi, but he's transitioned really well and just missed the final volley. So now we're at golden point and a chance to take a break.
You. You. Dos. Inside. You. Two. One net. You. Back. Back. Woo. Well played. Nice.
We played nice and consistent on a key point and the ball sailed out. Now we've got a chance to serve this set out.
Both back.
I think mentally sometimes when you've got the break, you can relax. And so it's important that me and Tomy play nice and aggressive at the net. You can see by me going for that pop out, and we go 30 love up. Now we've got a nice cushion in this game, which I think transfers a bit of pressure from you in terms of having to hold your serve to your opponents in terms of having to do something.
Oh no, well played. You.
And at set point, Thomas goes for the smash. It's pretty good, but Ollie reaches it.
Thank you.
And touches the net. So we take the first set. A really solid set from both of us there.
Yeah.
Looking now to continue with more of the same in the second. Maybe you guys can relate to this, but usually when you win the first set and the level is quite close like this, you can lose the second quite easily. So it's important that we focus a lot because we know that they're going to probably raise their level in this second set.
Sorry.
Another thing I'm trying to work on is being aggressive from defense. You can see I play a bit harder and then I get a little bit too much rebound here and create some space for Tomy at the net.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
You have to kill him.
Early on in the second set, we get 3 break points. And I'm defending quite well there, managed to hook that back in. We're fighting, just trying to make the most of this opportunity.
No.
And I'm fast enough to make that, but the ball just flies out. So we've got to wait to the next breakpoint opportunity. And I think here, I'm able to soak up some pressure and defense really well and then play that one into that gap.
Nada. Net.
One thing I think I did well in the second set was transitioning a bit faster from defense to attack. Tomy was saying that to me, that we needed to kind of transition into the net quicker. And when the ball was floating, I decided to start volleying and moving fast into the net. Because I come from tennis, I guess being at the net is a bit more of an advantage that I can use even against Spanish players that played for much longer, just because I would say my reactions and volleys are decent. So maybe that's something I need to focus on more this year, because sometimes you get stuck in defense too long.
You okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
Whoa. You.
Those.
One in. Yeah, nice, Ollie.
Bang, Ollie with the finish. They've taken a break back and we're now only 4-2 up. And this is where you've got to be careful, because paddle is very swingy. You can quickly lose a break and suddenly the momentum changes. So now is time to grind, to hustle a lot in defense, and don't make it easy for them. Even if they're going to win this game, we need to make it really tough. And here the smash comes in. My partner is ready for the recovery. And then Ollie hits one of the maddest shots I've ever seen on my channel. Hits a portraits from outside the court. That's unbelievable. Highlight shot. But we get 40-30 and a chance to go 5-3 up. And that ball sails out. So we're now 5-3. Can we hold on and take this match?
Yeah, smash. Oh, sorry. Nice. Oh. Yeah, I got.
Those.
You, one in.
I go.
Nice.
Those.
And this point is another example of where I'm trying to be more unpredictable from defense. I get some rebound and I manage to play that angle. I took the initiative and it was important because that gives us the match point. And look what happens on the match point. We play well from defense, recovering some difficult balls. Emmy comes in for the perfect pop out, but touches the net. First time I've won a set on a net touch. Bit of luck from us, but a great match from these guys. Really enjoyed that.